in clusters.
A citizens' roundtable ahead of the zonal public hearing by the National Assembly Committee on the amendment of Nigeria's 1999 constitution. These members of the civil society representing different interests say they do not want to be caught unprepared this time, like it was during past unsuccessful attempts at reworking the document. It is the reason they are equipping themselves with the right knowledge and approach to engaging with the legislature and ensure that the resources being expended on the exercise do not go to waste again.
Most of the issues of concern to civil society organizations, including the media, were not, factored in. The agenda at that time was dominated by politicians, and the voice of civil society, women groups were hardly heard, and we don't want that to repeat itself.
The final deal.
When the public hearing is conducted in a few days' time, issues such as media freedom, gender equality, affirmative action for women, equal rights for people living with disabilities, independent candidacy, socioeconomic rights for Nigerians, and other issues will be put forward for consideration by the groups.
We are not asking for too many things on the issues of the media. We are asking one, that section 22, which mandates the media to hold the government accountable to the people, should be moved from chapter 2, where it is currently housed, to chapter 4, where it will become a justiciable thing, because as it is presently located, if the right of the media to perform that constitutional mandate is infringed, is breached, it cannot be enforced.
In this new amendment, one thing that is key for me, especially as a gender advocate, is to see the issue of gender equality addressed very well in this review process. And what is most paramount for us is the issue of affirmative action. And the reason why we're asking for affirmative action is because we know that gender inequality has been skewed against women. And when we're talking about affirmative action, we want affirmative action to be in favor of women, to redress the past injustices that have been meted out to women.
We're interested in section 15 of the Constitution, which criminalizes discrimination on different grounds, but silence on the grounds of disability. So we are saying that if that section is enhanced, insert disability in between status and ethnicity, then it will make more sense that we have, constitutional backup, to minimize the kind of harmful practices that people with disabilities, especially women with disabilities, experience in their various localities.
They will also be seeking an expansion of the engagement to cover other interest and professional groups who may have more valuable suggestions that will make a reviewed Nigerian constitution more people-oriented.
We are optimistic, and we also need to let the Senate know that amendments that will not advance the interests of the people will also not be acceptable to us.
This session is being replicated in other zones across the country. The overall objective is to cast a wider net of consultation such that the emerging document could be true to its preamble that will normally stress its emergence through a people's process, an attribute which many here say is lacking in the current 1999 constitution. Tokumbo Oyetunji, Arise News, Lagos.